do a 300 one. We may as well do this one. May as well do this one. Okay. Or it can't. Okay. That sucks. And double tank. Double toil and trouble. Wait, no. Like this, maybe? Calibrate? No. Penelope. And get those back here. Okay. Here we go. This is our formation strategy. All right, and we got to go to a 300. So boom, hour-long speed potion. Boom. We go. Tax against Shames miss. Healer. Ooh. I don't know if that was the better mathematically, but I chose it anyway just because, ooh, we finally had somebody in that one. I'm going to go Oath of Vengeance because I'm not looking to tank here. Obviously, Berserker. So we'll need to do two variants for Vajra to reach her qualification for a time gate piece. And then we can get out of here. And we can go back to Tomb of Annihilation. Oh, no. God, I almost did it again. We will go back to the event. Because we have event stuff to do. Almost totally screwed that up. Okay, Penelope's swarms are going to help keep those specters from getting close to us. Nice. There's nice. Penelope's so nice. All right, we're down to 7,156 gems. That's fine. We're working on Vajra. What do we got over here for challenges? Ultimate attacks. They just want me to spam ultimate attacks. Okay. Alright. There you go. I spammed ultimate attacks. We'll come back and we'll get more of that later. Let's track that one. Destroy 150 distractions. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay. Alright. Now we're really playing now, folks. Yeah, I think CNE can just lean in and embrace the memes. I think what they'd be scared of is, once again, people liking the memes so much that that they run with it. All right, here we go. Akira. Any speed potions? Yes, large potion of speed. Nice. Silver Akira chests. Problem solved. Okay. What we got on Akira now? Greens and whites. Okay, so then we're gonna gamble. Maybe? Do we gamble? I don't want to gamble. Who qualifies? All these people qualify for Vajra. I don't want to open that chest yet either. I think we wait. I think I wait and I try to get the next two greens here. And I think I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. Up to 7236 gems now. Down to 2 time gate pieces, but that's fine because once we unlock this, we'll buy this and we'll be up to 3. And on Monday, we'll be able to buy both and we'll be at 5. We'll be at 5. And we may even be at 7 because we're probably going to get our drop at some point this week, right? And we get 2 from that, so gotta remember I'm trying to hit ultimates when they're ready, and I'm also trying to kill parrots and bugs. Ultimates, parrots, and bugs. Oh my! Got you. Oh, and a seagull. Where did that seagull come from? We're not near the coast, are we? Maybe we are. Must be there's probably a dump nearby. You don't need the coast. You just need a dump nearby. Just got a nat shiny on Caddy's crit hit chance. Nice. Oh, that's fantastic. That's like missed it. That's a beautiful place to get that. Gotta get 150 distractions. This is gonna take a while. It's not like I was doing anything else. Not like I was doing anything else. Oh, dang it, missed it. God dang it. God dang it, Bobby. This is going away. I'm blaming the UI. I'm blaming the UI. Can we fully bond to Shar now? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. It would be Ashara. It'd be Orkira. You could have Karlach and Tyrell. That's a 4 bond on the front half. Half and half on the back half would be Regis, Penelope, Briv, and maybe there's somebody else. Oh, if we can't, we're close. $2,497%. Wow, yeah, you got a lot of item levels. Been grinding variants and Tomb Annihilation to get those Modron chests at the end. 4 more to go. Wow, that's a lot of work. Fully completing that just for 4 Modron chests is work. Well, oh yeah, I guess Spurt could be short folk. I was thinking half and half, but I don't know. I don't really use Ashara anymore. We might have to break out an Ashara bond if. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to use Ashara. Well, what we'll probably use Ashara for is Valindra. So we'll find out then, right? Because you want the multi-hit on Valindra for sure. Karlach's single hit is not going to cut it. I do not know 3 skip for golden. Say it's like, isn't it just like 26 or something? I don't know. Yeah, but they're asking for golden 3 skip. Yeah, short folk Ashara is going way back in the time machine. That used to be what I ran. I used to be always what I ran on my main was a potpourri short folk. Oh, got ultimates to hit. Come on, get all the ultimates. I'm just smashing button. $16.26. Okay. 16.26 is 3 skip golden. I knew it was something with the 6.26 still, but I wasn't sure if it was 1,000 off. It's 2,000 off. Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. God dang it. God dang it. Must be one with the clicker. Um, ultimate achievement. Reduce other champions' ultimate cooldowns by 5,000 seconds total by using a Starin's the ultimate outflank ability. Nice. I totally forgot about that. It makes sense. I punch all the buttons, and then we get, and then Astarion gets his achievement. Give me, catch. What? Ah, dang it! I hit the wrong button, folks. You missed it. You missed it. You missed the best comment I've ever had on this. I guess captions caught it. I want to see. I want a light gun. I want a Nintendo light gun, and I want to kill distractions with it. I want to just be like, choo, 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 choo. Somehow, someone needs to make that work. Somehow make a Nintendo light gun function like a mouse. Idle duck hunt, yes. I enjoyed Duck Hunt as a kid. I always found that enjoyable. I think I've always said there's a handful of like those original Nintendo games that were that I just really enjoyed. Duck Hunt is one of them. For some reason, Excite Bike was another one. I don't know why. It just I liked it. And then that aren't the like standard like Legend of Zelda and Metroid and like I want to say Mickey Thompson's Off Road, but I can't remember if that was Nintendo or if that was Super Nintendo. I really like Mickey Thompson's Off Road. It was kind of the early RPG racing game. Like basically, you could level up your vehicles and make them and add parts and stuff. It wasn't something you got a lot of. All right, we got the ultimate attacks. Nice. 2/3 of the way through. Go away. Distraction, so I can ignore ultimates now. Wait, what area are we on? 130. Let's call this come through. I need to do it. Yeah, I think I accidentally hit the tilde key. Trying to mash all the buttons for the ultimates. We were talking about this. How would Gar fix the legendary system? Oh no! I mean, we've kind of talked about what it seems like they're moving towards. Which is away from legendary effects on champions and putting legendary effects onto groupings. Like they had thrown up the concept of maybe like bench seat or champion role. I would lean towards bench seat. I don't like putting all of that power into just 5 roles. But spread across 12 bench seats could be neat. Could be neat. Yeah, and I think I said like I would like to see like instead of just you roll a random effect for that bench seat, I would like the bench seats to have set effects but have different effects at tiers. So as you achieve higher and higher levels, you get different boosts and not just all damage. Like you want a variety of functionality from your legendary effects. I think this is the chance for them to really fix legendary effects. Because before it was just all damage. And it never should have just been all damage, right? I would like to see them, embrace a wider array of things. And then have it based off, like levels. The higher you go, maybe the stronger some of the buffs get, but then you switch to a new buff at a different tier, and then you get upgrades for that, and then etc. Right? Maybe. I mean, I'd have to you'd really have to. This is just off the cuff. You have to sit down and kind of draw it out and see what you could get. But I think looking at how they've done kind of these tiers of buffs is, I mean, those are for champion specific, but that concept of as you get to certain levels, you get a different buff. I like that idea. And it also kind of reminds me of the some of the gear sets in Raid, where you get certain numbers of piece, and other games where you get one piece and it's like, yeah, it's just this minor thing, and then you get two pieces or three pieces, and then there's more, like, and it's a different buff, and then like every time you add another piece you get different bonuses and boosted bonuses, and I want to see stuff like that. Yeah. I got 12 to go, and then I can stop clicking on these dang things. No, we can't shoot the dog, Sonata. That's not cool. Tecmo Bowl was. I didn't play Tecmo Bowl on the Nintendo until I was in college, and my roommate. We had been playing like I think Madden on the N64 and doing like in-house tournaments, indoor room tournaments between like me and my two other roommates, and the roommate that had all the football games would always get mad because I'd end up winning and I never played football. He's like, "How are you never even played football? How do you win?" I'm like, "Because I'm not playing football. I'm playing a video game." He's like, "I'll beat you in Tecmo Bowl," and I'm like, "Okay." Never played it, so you might. And he brought Tecmo Bowl in, and I just slaughtered him. I just absolutely slaughtered him. He got so mad. Yeah, it was gimmicky as hell. It was gimmicky as hell. All right, there we go. Okay, I can stop clicking on these now. All right, so Vajra currency. Already got 1175. Nice. Just off some easy things, fairly easy things. That'll help. That'll help. All right, now I can relax and go back to reading chat. Anyone managed to finish Tier 4 Catalan? Yes. What did my dungeon master bring in? I don't know. Someone generic. It didn't. I mean, I had different times. I pushed way deep on that one, and I don't know. I think as long as you bring it, if you have the Dark Urge is gonna resurrect every time you wipe. You put them in the resist the urge spec, and they'll just bring everybody back to life. You might want to pop some, like, if you don't get a tank from your dungeon master, you're gonna want to pop like a health potions. Buy a skin for Dinah here. Will I get her as a new champ? If you're buying it from the shop, then yes. Is there a Dinah hair skin in the shop? I don't see one. But if you're buying it from like the Thayan Enclave, no. No. These are literally just the outfits. And nothing else. No, but I think like so legendary effects. I feel like maybe you get different tiers. Like as you go up levels, you can unlock different effects, but maybe they only apply to specific roles. Like maybe one of them is healing boosts. So like and you could either make it apply to the healing done by champions is increased, or you could do it the other way and say the healing received by champions is increased. if you want to make it very generic. I don't know whether you like, do you tie those to that slot so it's the whatever done by champions of this slot is boosted? That might be interesting. But I like the idea of just you're working permanent progress through a path and getting bonuses. I guess not all too different than perks or blessings, because the random RNG stuff and like trying to min max all these things, like people, if you just give people options, they're gonna choose damage, right? But that may not always be the best option. I don't know. Oh, I was looking at the sale tab. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, so, but basically the same thing is if it's available as a pack from the store, skin pack, then yes, you get Dynaheir and the champion, and it lists it. Because if you click on a skin pack here, you'll note here's the skin and there's the champion. But when it's from the Thayan Enclave, it's just the outfit and nothing more. Oh, we got another gold chest. Nice. Bit medium potion of speed. Nice. Yeah, kind of like, I mean, you could do a legendary skill tree. I don't know, like I'm not against the idea of going down paths. Like here's some options and branching options, and you choose where you want to go. But I think they just need to make sure the options are balanced. So that it's not just here's damage, here's survivability, here's speed. You could do that. I wouldn't hate it, but I would want mixes of things, right? And you're picking the one that seems to fit either the champions that are in that slot, or just the champions you're going to use from that slot. I don't know. I like having a bit of a variety, but I also like I don't know. Like there's pros and cons to all the different options, and ultimately you have to figure out what is it you're trying to achieve from those bonuses. Because I don't feel like the current legendary system is really anything other than here's a huge power dump. And you don't, and we've talked about this, you don't even need, they let you go to level 20. You don't need it. I mean, I think you can do Exalted Master and get to even to 2000 with like level 5s, like or below 10, right? On everyone. So, this is their chance to rebalance the legendary system and make it more useful, and not just damage, but it does require sitting down and putting some thought into it, but it's worth it. It's worth it. They could do the whole, it costs X number of scales to, like if you did like paths, they could balance it by scale cost, or they could let you go down a path and max that path out and then unlock another path for a large amount of scales, and it's an even, and you could maybe you go super deep game trying to get to just max all of the paths out, but it would take like a lot. I don't know. People will get mad if they're like, well, this is going to take 10 years to max out. Well, the point isn't to max it out. Like, they're giving you the ability to, but really the point is to pick your poison. What is it you want? And grab that path first, right? But people, then you get the option of like, well, ooh, how can we min max? People will still be able to min max, like trying to grab multiple little pieces up, like maybe a couple over here and a couple here and maybe more over here, and then go over to this tab. Like, I like the idea of combining what they're talking about is like bench slots and rolls. So what if they have what if there's a different legendary upgrade path Like if each bench seat has its own legendary upgrade path, but there's a path for tanking, DPS, healing, support, and speed. Arguably, you could get rid of speed if you wanted. If they're like, there's too much speed in the game. But even if you have tanking, healing, support, and general support and DPS, then you've got 4 paths in each of 12 slots, and you could min max whatever you want from each of those paths based off the champions you're using, primarily in that path. That seems neat. But then if you ever decide to do with the meta changes, you need a way to. Well, see, they don't want it. They don't want you to. Here's the thing: they don't want you to dismantle ever again or reset. So, I don't know. It would just have to be permanent progress in a path, and you just accept that. But I like the idea of being able to go down multiple paths, and if you want to max them all out, max them all out. But that's a long-term goal, not a short-term one, right? I don't know. Just throwing out ideas. Doesn't mean they're any good. Part of it is just really inspired by, like, I don't know how many people remember how Star Wars Galaxies worked, but the original Star Wars Galaxy skill paths. So the way the original, I'm gonna talk about this because I love talking about Star Wars Galaxies. I don't need this here. I can put this here. Now we're killing with actual damage. Another 50 areas. That'll be fine. We only used like half our potion. We're at 250. This is great. Not really. We're wasting some of it, but it's fine. Is there something useful I should buy with the blue gems? What blue gems? Oh, you're talking about corrupted gems, I think. You're talking about corrupted gems? These? I bought Marvelous Support Pigments. There isn't really a good thing to buy on an early account. If you have Dynahair, this is saving up for this is worth it. This is a good item. But if you don't, then really it's the Marvelous Support Pigments. Hypes are purchased with TMS. Oh, I don't necessarily want. I want legendaries to be a separate system. Yeah, speed doesn't necessarily need a legendary path, but you could do it like pigments, DPS, tanking, healing, support. You can have those 4 paths, right? I don't think. Here's the thing, Sonata. The reset button is problematic. They want to get away from the reset button because basically you just have a minimum level that you need to put in, and then you're just constantly resetting and re-put it. Like, they want to get away from that idea completely with legendaries. And I agree. You should be buying permanent progress. Don't pick at my SWG skill. Look, I'm picking at it. Like, it's a scar by this point, not a scab. Okay. The way it worked is you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Were there 7? Oh, some of these were. But you had basic things you could invest into. Basic skills like artisan for crafting, brawler, entertainer, marksman, medic, politician, scout. I don't remember scout. Oh yeah, now I do. Yeah, I do. And then, so those were the novice boxes. You could buy a novice, functionality, and you could just spread out and have novice everything and get like some basic functionality across your whole thing if you wanted. But then Once you unlocked that novice, you unlocked four trees, like four things you could go up, 1, 2, 3, 4, that had 4 levels each, and you could just pick and choose from that, or you could max them all out and get a master of that. And then mastering certain things, combinations, unlocked elite versions of like elite artisan. You could get architect, armorsmith, chef, droid engineer, merchant, shipwright, tailor, weaponsmith. Brawlers had different functions. Above that, like straight up above that. And then you could get hybrids. So if you mix this and this, you could get bioengineer, or this and this, and you get bounty hunter, combat medic, commando, smuggler, squad leader, right? Like, I loved that. I loved that system. I loved that system. So I don't know. Like, to me, I want to go back and say, like, hey, legendary skill trees, legendary skill tree, and you're focusing down, like, do you want to unlock DPS? Then you get options of, like, of things. I don't know. We'd have to figure out what those things are, and you could just pick and choose what you want and throw some points in place, or you could go all the way up and basically get, master DPS. But then you could also come over and get, well, I want to go into the healing tree, and I like that idea. But that's because I love that. I love that kind of progression system in Star Wars Galaxies. The big thing on that one, though, and again, they probably don't want to do this, is you earned all of this by going and doing the thing, right? Earning focused XP in whatever it was, and then buying as you got XP thresholds. And then what you could do is, if you wanted to change something, you could unlearn something, because you had a maximum number of skill points, and go learn something else. And that's not a thing that they're going to want to do with scales. So you're just getting it and you're keeping it forever. Fencer Terraskazi was literally untouchable. I was a blend of Fencer. You get the Fencer up to the dodge. Well, there was a couple things. You got Fencer, Terraskazi, and swords. Like, had the two-handed swords. So I ran around as a Wookiee with that blend and using a power hammer and just destroying things and not ever really getting hit. Yeah. Oh, can you hear the fans? Well, no, there's the yard people are here. The yard people are here. I mean, my fans have been going on and off, but I think what you're hearing is the lawnmower out front. Yeah, I would love to see them resurrect that skill tree system and just have it be legendary. Combine exactly what they said. They were thinking, well, do I want to do bench slots? Do I want to do rolls? Por qué no los dos? Mix it together. Have your legendaries be assigned to bench slots, and in each bench slot is a set of rolls, and you can focus wherever you want. Then people then can choose. Do I want to go generic and make sure that everybody I use from this slot is going to be functional? Or do I want to invest hyper specific based off the formations that I'm using? I'm down for that. All right, we're almost there. We didn't have really any issues here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save this. Because this isn't a horrible finish some Vajra stuff formation, so in tune. Source mentioned Terraskazi around the one fighting game. Well, I mean, there was Terraskazi outside the one. Yeah, there was Terraskazi in Star Wars Galaxies. And there's a mention of Terraskazi in at least one of the movies or TV shows recently. maybe a couple. They haven't gone heavily into it, but yeah, you could be a TKM in Terraskazi Master in Star Wars Galaxy. All right, there we go. How much did we have left? Wow. Oh yeah, that was kind of a waste. 22.52. Oh well. Well.